Oh, we've got a good show for you today, kids. Hold on to your pants. There's gonna be, don't say that, George. But hold on to your knickers.
All right, Jamie. I am at home. I'm on the ironing board again, as you can see. Absolute nightmare. Been in contact with someone who's been in contact with someone else who's tested positive for COVID, so I'm taking precautions by staying at home today. But I think this is going to be pretty normal for everyone now. I think you're going to see a lot of this over the next sort of 6 to 12 months of people having to self-isolate because they've had contact with someone who's tested positive for COVID.
It's weird not having Lee and Adam here. It's very rare in a working week when they're not on holiday that I'm not with them at least every single day. This week's been weirdly weird because it's like Thursday and I've only spent half a day with them. I'm missing them. I miss them.
So as you can see, we're not all in the office today. I don't know whether anyone's aware, but there's this thing knocking around called COVID. Hence the reason we're all sat at home, and Jamie is in the power position, isn't he? Look at him.
He is. He's the games master.
The games master, yeah. And you've done a webinar, yeah? So do you want, Jamie? Why don't you give yourself a little plug for that?
Yeah, so every month we do an amazing Electric House webinar. This month was the Boring Brands webinar, all about how to make, if your social is slightly boring, we're gonna take it and we're gonna make it amazing. So I want to introduce you to a brand called Flex Seals. They look something like you'd see in kind of like Halfords or B&M. On the surface, probably a boring brand, but they've become one of the most successful brands on social. So I'm going to show you a little TikTok that they created. It's like a really basic TikTok. When you actually watch it in your feed, it's like really interesting, it's really engaging. I genuinely believe, done in the right way, there's like nothing more impactful than just telling your story, not selling a product.
So yeah, my name's Liv. I'm co-founder at Red Sprout Media. Don't be afraid. So we've done so much mad on social media you wouldn't believe. One of our almost missions in the office is fail fast. If you're doing something crazy, go for it. Who cares? I couldn't tell you when another brand has done something that I thought was boring or silly or it didn't get much engagement on that post. You don't remember what other people do. There's a lot of gurus and coaches and people out there telling you this and that, but really ultimately you've got to make your own rules. You've got to test and find out what works for you.
Sam Fowler's got a question for us about e-commerce.
Hi guys, it's Sam from the Goat Agency. My thing that I want to know is, should brands be so tied to the idea of Black Friday virtually anymore? We all know that the big boys are going to go out there and bid for the highest ad spend and pick up those ad spots.
I'd say yes, just because there's a lot of people pushing and supporting local businesses now more than ever, I think, with everything that's gone on.
The problem is that, like Sam's just alluded to there, the big guys get all the big ad spots for it, and I think it's very difficult for them to compete. So I guess it just comes down to like this margin thing, doesn't it? And like the longer term play of the value of having Black Friday in your strategies.
So yeah, Drunken Brainwave went well. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're gonna put it in yet, but I'm gonna put it in because I want to. There's a little subscribe
Yeah.
So Sam, include the. I like how I'm talking through Sam through the camera. Edit to Sam.
Note
to self: put the subscribe button in when you're at the desk.
There we go.